This is an ExactTrades.com tutorial video on using eSignal 11 alerts. If you remember in previous videos we went over setting up your charts, adding your indicators and customizing those. We also went over setting up watch lists and linking those watch lists to your charts. So now we're going to take a look at alerts. The benefit of alerts is it's like having multiple set of eyes looking at different trades for you and alerting you to certain price conditions or other indicator conditions. eSignal has a lot of different options for when it comes to alerts. Now let's go ahead and get started. Up here in the left hand corner under Tools you have Alerts. You see here you get the alert window that opens up over your chart. Let's go ahead and close that. What I prefer to do is move your cursor around to the price that you want to set your alert. So here we have the chart on Apple, AAPL. You can see here that the price is at 373.60 approximately. That's the close. Came down here around 362. So let's say we want to be alerted to when it gets to 360. You see some support here on 360. So you put your price right around that alert you want. Right click on your chart and you click here Add Alert. Now when you do that you have your symbol in place. It's going to trigger off the last. Now since we're putting the alert below the current price, we're going to set this to at or below. If we have this at or above, if we set this alert, it's just going to trigger right away because obviously right now it's at or above. So at or below. There's also an in range, gives you two prices, or an out of range, same thing. So it'll alert you if it's the price is outside of a certain range. This is easier if you have a consolidation area that you want to be alerted to a breakout either over or under that range. You can use the out of range instead of having two separate alerts. So we'll go at or below, and we'll just change this to 36.60. So when the price hits 36.60 or below it, maybe it gaps below it, it'll trigger the alert. Now these alerts are not going to go off pre-market. They're only going to go off during market hours. So if it gaps down, once the market opens, that's when you're going to get all your alerts. The next row down here, show a pop-up. That's an option. Or you can play a sound. And they have a long list of sounds. They have all kinds of things you can choose here. Warning, vibro, train. Oh yeah, here. There, the train left the station. You missed the trade. It's gone without you. Alert target voice.
Attention, an alert target has been reached.
You also have the option of sending an email. Now to configure your email to set this up, you go to Trade Settings, Email, and you put in your email account information. So you're from, your to, the host, your username and password for your email account, and then you can send a test message just to make sure it's working properly. But once that's configured, if you select this for the alert that you want to go off, once it goes off you'll get an email. So it's handy if you have to leave or you're gone for the day but you want to be alerted about a certain price and you have your eSignal running, you'll get that alert to email to you. So we're going to go ahead and add this alert. Now once you add the alert, it's going to be listed here in all your alerts. You can select it, you can delete it, you can reactivate it, or you can dismiss it. We'll go ahead and close this window. So now you have your alert set. So I'm going to set a new alert so that it'll go off just to show you what it looks like. So we'll set an alert here, add alert. This time we're going to do at or above the last price, the pop-up and the sound. Let's do that train again. Now what I recommend doing too is if you have different strategies or maybe you have alerts for different types of trades, maybe you want to be alerted to a possible short trade, a possible long trade, you can use different sounds for specific types of trades and that'll instantly know what it is you want to trade and you can prioritize those alerts. So we'll go ahead and add this. Now watch what happens when we add the alert that's going to trigger already. So the alert went off. You can see down here in the bottom we have the pop-up window that came up. It tells you the price it fired at, the stock symbol and the time. You can see here it's 22:53, so it's hopefully your alerts are not triggering Saturday night at 22:53. Hopefully you're doing something that's more exciting than creating an eSignal tutorial video. But you know, that's what I like to do apparently. So you get your alerts down here. If you have multiple alerts that go off at the same time, or you have alerts going off during the day, it'll keep a record of them, so it'll tell you the number here, and you can arrow back and forth between the alerts. So let's set another alert. See, now you have 2 alerts and you can go navigate forward and back between your alerts. Now this bell down here is going to be your alerts, and if you click on it, it'll open the alert. If you click on the actual alert itself, it's going to open the alerts window. Now I recommend at the end of each day, if you have a chance, as often as you can, to clean up your old alerts to keep this clean, because if you have hundreds and hundreds of old alerts in here, this will get a little bit bogged down. So I like to just keep a little bit of management, keep it clean. So go ahead and delete your old alerts that triggered. And then you have anything that's still in the white as yet to trigger, and then you can adjust it if you need to, or you can just leave it. So that concludes this video on eSignal alerts.